Okay, I've got the camera the right way around this time. I'm walking towards the fruit. Okay, so what is it like, for want of a better word, to be without all the belief? Give you a little show of where I live. To be without all the belief that I have to get rid of myself, I have to find myself, I have to be a better self, all the signs and symbols that it's really happening to me, all the things that keep us seeking towards really a belief. Uh-oh. Wow. I think that's the bread van. Very old school around here. They still have bread vans. It's really nice. So, because all there is, really, I mean actually, is just walking up this street, talking, breathing, just being, without any preconceived ideas about what it means to be. Oops, sorry. Without what it means to be anything else but what is. Sure, I like to delve into all kinds of theoretical and philosophical things, but that's more of a personal interest and fascination. It's not about me personally. It's not going to add anything to me or take anything away from me, because what I am is just, well, there is just being here. There's no other word for it, really. I can't even say I am, because even that's like, well, if you have to concentrate on I am, if you have to concentrate on that, it means there's a separate idea of what I am is. When there just is, without any ideas. Belief is the hook here for most people. We go to all these spiritual teachers who all seem to have the answer. I'm not one of them. I don't have an answer. I try to speak to just what is. And I know that non-duality seems to have the answer, but honestly, question anything that has the answer or is the answer. Even if it's denied, it's still purporting an idea or a belief that there is such a thing, that there is a me and it has to collapse. And the amount of times I see people trying to collapse this me. Honestly, just forget it. Just let it all go. It's all just stuff in the head. It just is. They were just here. And that's miraculous. It really is. In its own way. For its own sake. Life for its own sake. I know that a lot of seeking comes from psychological difficulties, but most of these are holding on to beliefs. Most of them are. I don't know about clinical stuff. I don't know about that stuff. I'm not a clinician. I'm not a psychotherapist. But most of the feelings about what my parents did to me, how I beat myself up, these are all really just very strong beliefs that are held on to by the mind, made into a reality. They're literally a fake reality, except for when the emotional pain comes in, but that's just emotional pain. And my best advice to the emotional pain is just go and lie down. Just lie down until it's gone. But definitely not to feed it by trying to get out of it. You know, it's like when an animal gets hurt, it just goes and lies down. Or gets afraid, it goes and curls up in a ball, just lies down, waits it out. And then it's back on its feet, wagging its tail. Well, much can be the same about humans as well. But then we struggle and strive to not have this pain again, but we perpetuate it by keeping the belief alive. We perpetuate the constant seeking for enlightenment, know me, higher self, by keeping the belief alive and looking for it. What is it like not to have that? What is life without that? Most people say, oh, but it's so boring without it. There's just nothing left. Everything is left. Everything. Whatever that is, because there's no right or wrong way for each one to live. There is no right and wrong way. You know, God, I used to go to these meetings in India, and the social pressure to dress in a certain way was very strong. I resisted it, but I remember the social pressure, you know, to look a certain way, be a certain way, talk a certain way, have a certain vocabulary. It's going to get a bit noisy in a minute. I might have to end this. I'll just walk through this little garden, or maybe I won't. There'll be dog poo. So what is you know, what's it like without all that? Well, it just is. And I know the seeking mind will go, oh, but this just boring, it's just boring. That's because the mind is used to having a belief, something to hold on to, a ground beneath its feet. Without all that belief, there is no ground beneath the feet. And that can be either hilarious, exhilarating, maybe even nonchalant, like, oh yeah, okay. Or maybe even terrifying. One of those things, maybe some other things. And that's why people get these laughing fits sometimes when they see the obviousness of it. Like, oh my God, it was always just all in my mind. Like my life, the idea of who I was, all that was all in my head. It was all just a story, all of it. Now I have no idea what the hell I am, what the hell this is, and I don't need to, because I just love it. I love it. I'm in love with it, you could say. Yeah. Anyway, noisy part of town, so I'm gonna go.